Welcome to YFlow. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use the loop action to transform sublist data into a formatted HTML table for workflow emails. Here, we're using a travel reimbursement form that includes a sublist called expense details, which includes multiple line items such as receipt date, description, expense type, cost, and receipt number. By default, these expense details aren't clearly displayed in approval emails, making it hard for approvers to review them efficiently. To fix this, we'll convert this sublist into a well-formatted table and insert it into the approval email. First, click Variables and add a new variable called Expense Details Table. Set its type to text. This will store our HTML table later. Now let's see how this fits into our workflow design. Here's the travel reimbursement approval workflow. We want to include the expense details table inside the supervisor's notification email. To do that, we'll use a combination of loop and set variable actions, which will dynamically build the table from the sublist data. The loop processes each expense record, and the three set variables build the table, header, rows, and footer, all in one variable, expense details table. These actions will go right between the start action and the supervisor's assignment task. Now that the workflow structure is ready, let's start building the table. First, drag the set variable action into the workflow after the start action. In Variable Settings, select Current Workflow. Then, click Setting to configure the variable. From the drop-down, select the Expense Details Table variable. Then open the expression editor to write the HTML. This expression defines the table layout and sets up the column headers for the expense details section. It includes 6 column headers: number, receipt date, description, expense type, cost, and receipt number. Now that the table header is defined, let's move on to the main part, filling the table with data from the expense details sublist. Add a loop action after the first set variable. Set it to loop through list items, and choose expense details as the source list. This expense details list is the sublist from our form, the same section where users enter individual expense records. Inside the loop, add another set variable and select the same variable, expense details table. This step will add one table row for each record in the sublist. Here's the HTML used to build each row dynamically. The highlighted blue sections represent the dynamic fields from the loop. The code retrieves each record's values through the loop. Current loop, current iteration for the row number, and fields under current object, such as receipt date, description, expense type, cost, and receipt number. Each iteration adds one new row to the table automatically. After the loop has finished adding all the table rows, the next step is to close the table structure. Add one more set variable after the loop and again, select the same variable, expense details table. In the expression editor, use this short expression to complete the HTML table by adding the closing tags. This final set variable joins the header and all the generated rows together, forming one complete table stored inside the expense details table variable. Now that the table is complete, let's insert it into the approval email notification. In this workflow, we already have 3 assignment tasks for approval: supervisor, finance controller, and cashier. We'll start with the supervisor task. Click the assignment task, then open More Settings, and go to the Notification tab. There's already an existing email template here. Scroll to the Content field and click to open the Mail Editor. In the Mail Editor, you can customize the approval email content. Here, we add a new section titled Purchase Details. Then insert the variable Expense Details table where you want the table to appear. When the workflow runs, YFlow will automatically render this variable as a fully formatted HTML table inside the email. After the form is submitted, the approver will receive an email where all expense details are neatly displayed in a structured table format, making the review and approval process much clearer and easier. With just one loop and 3 set variable actions, you've built a dynamic HTML table from your sublist data, all stored in the expense details table variable and displayed automatically in the email. That's how you can use UFlow's loop action to transform sublist data into a formatted table inside workflow emails. Automate smarter. Communicate clearer with UFlow.